Yeah, very good evening to all of you, and thank you, Hers, IADC, and PDU to giving me this opportunity to present myself in this webinar of safety in petrochemical industry. And we all know that how this safety is very much important in every industry. And we all, I think almost all of us are coming from either chemical engineering or petrochemical engineering background. And say more or less every one of we are going to work in petrochemical plant or say petrochemical refinery or chemical plant, right? So everywhere the safety will be very important aspect of our part or our day-to-day life during our work life also, right? So it is a very important topic to cover, and it is very good that you guys have organized it for 3 days rather than, because somewhere or the other side sometimes people give only 1 or 2 hours for this topic. But we are almost going to discuss this over the timeline of 3 days. And also, if I don't know whether right now it's around 33 plus people are here, and I don't know whether all of you are knowing this or not, but unconsciously, like me and this PDU team have not decided this consciously, but from today, 51st National Safety Week is going on, right? So in our India, every industry or say every chemical plant is celebrating Safety Week. So for all this week, there will be some quiz, some games revolving around safety inside the plant will going on, right? And it is good for us also that unconsciously also we are starting also our journey of in safety from today only, right? So first of all, let me know, so from which area of our country all the people are. So majority of it will be from PDU that I know, but apart from that, from which area of India people are joining?
I request to everyone to please drop a message or
Yes,
drop your
yeah.
university name in the chat box because your mics are not able.
Yeah. Okay, Surat. Yeah. MSU Baroda. Which year? MSU Baroda? Just put in message. MSU Baroda Polytechnic or OCHA? Okay. Okay. So guys, quickly, because we don't have that much time for introduction, but yeah, it was just to, because like we need to create some rapport, that's why. And the language comfortable with you will be more of a like English and Hindi mix will be okay, right? Okay. So right now it looks like from different part of Gujarat all has joined, and I again from my behalf also I welcome you all. Okay, and thank you for joining. Okay, so let me just start our topic that. My screen is visible to you guys, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
So you can see this occupational safety and health petrochemical industry PPT, right?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. So because we have mentioned that occupational safety and health in petrochemical industry, but more or less, whether it is petrochemical industry or any chemical industry, the safety aspects will be near or say more or near very similar to each other company. लाइक उसमें उतना ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं रहेगा, आपको जो बेसिक चीज़ें करनी है वो तो करनी ही है, राइट, सेफ्टी में। और मेनली सिर्फ जो डिफरेंस रहता है वो आपका पॉइजन्स का रहता है, लाइक कहाँ पे कौन सा पॉइजन्स है। पेट्रोकेमिकल इंडस्ट्री में मोस्टली आपके ऑलिफिन्स जो रहेंगे, ठीक है, एसिटिलीन हो गया, प्रोपिलीन हो गया। रिफाइनरी में जैसे मेजरली H2S रहता है, तो ये सारी चीजें हैं वो थोड़ा चेंज होता रहेगी। अदरवाइज मोर और लेस इन एवरी इंडस्ट्री बेसिक्स ऑफ ऑल द सेफ्टी पैरामीटर्स विल बी सेम, राइट। सो नाउ my question to all of you, right, before beginning our presentation, my question to all of you, that what is petrochemical industry? Just put in like 2 or 3 words if you can put in chat. What is petrochemical industry? Because why we are mentioning petrochemical industry separately? The Reliance Industries, which is in Jamnagar, is it refinery or is it petrochemical or is it both? 3 options are there, right? Refinery, petrochemical industry, or both. Please put your answer in chat box. And I want this session to be more of an interactive, right? Like it should not like just I am speaking and speaking and speaking, right? And you guys are watching and थोड़ी देर के बाद चलो अभी कुछ और मोबाइल वगैरह ओपन कर लिया, ऐसा मत करना, ठीक है। हम थोड़ा इस क्लास को इंटरेक्टिव रखेंगे, तो इसीलिए जो मैसेज बॉक्स है उसका मैक्सिमम आप यूज कीजिए, राइट। एक दो लोगों ने आंसर दिया है बोथ। चलिए चलिए फटाफट, 45 से ज्यादा तो लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं, तो फटाफट आंसर दीजिए। क्या है? रिफाइनरी है, पेट्रोकेमिकल इंडस्ट्री है, जामनगर में जो है वो रिफाइनरी है, पेट्रोकेमिकल इंडस्ट्री है, या ओनली पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स है? ओके ओके, मैक्सिमम पीपल आर सेइंग दैट इट इज बोथ। यस, इट इज परफेक्टली करेक्ट दैट इट इज बोथ, राइट। बिकॉज आपका पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स मेजरली डिपेंड रहता है रिफाइनरी पे, क्योंकि पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स का जो फीड है मेनली आपका प्रोपिलीन रहेगा, इथिलीन रहेगा, वो मिलता है आपको पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी से। पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी में भी एफसीसी यूनिट का एक अलग से छोटा सा यूनिट निकाला जाता है, प्रोपिलीन रिकवरी यूनिट। एफसीसी यूनिट में से अलग से एक यूनिट हम निकालते हैं जो कि रहता है प्रोपिलीन रिकवरी यूनिट। ये प्रोपिलीन रिकवरी यूनिट से आपको प्रोपिलीन मिलता है, एथिलीन, एसिटिलीन उससे बनते हैं, और उसके बाद पूरा आपका पेट्रोलियम कॉम्प्लेक्स स्टार्ट होता है। पेट्रोलियम कॉम्प्लेक्स में पूरा आपका बेंजीन, टोल्यूइन, जाइलिन सारा सब कुछ बनेगा, राइट। तो और क्यों पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स की जरूरत पड़ती है? बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है। ओके। So what I was telling that the feedstock of petrochemical industry is coming from refinery only, right? The people have answered that the Reliance Industry complex in Jamnagar is combination of both. That is perfectly right, because without refinery, petrochemical complex won't exist, right? So from FCC unit of petroleum refinery, propylene will come out, and from this propylene, the petrochemical complex will start, right? So for the start of petrochemical complex, propylene is required. Say propylene, ethylene, they will interchangeably, or say they will convert to each other, and then your petrochemical complex will start, and different products will be formed. That is benzene, toluene, xylene, etc. The products are or say polypropylene, the plastics, rubber, all of these are coming from this petrochemical complex. And because if like it's vice versa, if you can own refinery also, राइट, आपके पास ओनली रिफाइनरी भी हो सकती है। अपने इंडिया में काफी सारी ऐसी रिफाइनरीज है, IOCL की हो गई, HPCL की, BPCL की, काफी रिफाइनरी है जिसमें पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स नहीं है, ओनली पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी भी है। तो जरूरी नहीं है कि रिफाइनरी के बाद पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स होगा ही होगा, राइट। और ऐसा भी जरूरी नहीं है कि आपका अगर रिफाइनरी आपके अपस्ट्रीम में या आपके कॉम्प्लेक्स में रिफाइनरी नहीं है तो आप यू कैन स्टार्ट पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स, राइट। सो यू कैन बाय अ फीडस्टॉक और यू फ्रॉम थर्ड पार्टी ओनली, लाइक टुमारो आई वांट टू स्टार्ट पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स, तो मैं अपना जो फीड स्टॉक है वो रिलायंस से या IOCL से कहीं से खरीद सकता हूँ। तो ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि ये जो रहेंगे तो साथ में ही रहेंगे। करेक्ट। और फिर हो गया कि आपका जो पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स है उसमें जो नंबर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स है वो भी आपकी कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी और उसके हिसाब से रहेंगे। अभी ये है कि आपके पास बजट कितना है, राइट। तो अगर मेजरली पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स की रिक्वायरमेंट इसलिए रहती है क्योंकि अगर कोई कंपनी अपना प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज करना चाहती है, जब कोई कंपनी अपना प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइज करना चाहती है तो उस टाइम पे आप अगर पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स लगाते हो तो बिकॉज फ्रॉम प्रोपिलीन सो मेनी प्रोडक्ट्स कैन बी डिराइव्ड। ओके, अपना जो अगर आप आई डोंट एक्सपेक्ट कि आपको काफी कुछ चीजें पता हो, लेकिन यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स अमेरिका की जितनी भी इकोनॉमी अभी जो ड्रिवन है वो सारी की सारी पेट्रोकेमिकल ड्रिवन है, राइट। हर कंट्री के पास अपनी कोई एक चीज होती है जिसके ऊपर उसकी इकोनॉमी बेस्ड रहती है। जिस तो यूएस का पूरा सेक्टर जो है वो पेट्रोकेमिकल बेस्ड है, नो डाउट। सिलिकॉन वैली, IT सेक्टर वो सब है, लेकिन फिर भी पेट्रोकेमिकल से उनको काफी फायदा हुआ था, उनकी इकोनॉमी काफी से स्ट्रेंथन हुई थी। करेक्ट। सो इसलिए आजकल भी आप देखोगे तो हर जगह पे अभी इवन IOCL इज ऑल्सो commissioning petrochemical complex in their refinery. Panipat, Vadodara, these refineries has their petrochemical complex. Industry. Now, suddenly we are shifting our question from petrochemical complex to the safety, that why safety is so important. Now it is not only about the industry, it is about our day-to-day life. Why safety is that much important? Because you might have seen even on traffic police, people are in traffic signals also, there are some signs related to our saving life and all. So why we are giving so much emphasis to this safety? Please put your answers. फटाफट से, क्विकली, वाई सेफ्टी इज सो इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज इन रिफाइनरीज और से इन इंडस्ट्री एक पूरा अलग से डिपार्टमेंट रहता है। जैसे आपका प्रोडक्शन हो गया, जैसे एक HR का डिपार्टमेंट रहता है, वैसे सेफ्टी का एक अलग से डिपार्टमेंट रहता है। तो हम लोग इतना इसके ऊपर एम्फसाइज क्यों करते हैं? वाई सेफ्टी इज दिस मच इंपॉर्टेंट? ऐसा क्या है सेफ्टी को लेके? आंसर 45+ पीपल, क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग? Okay. So why safety is important? First of all, it is we are ultimately dealing with lives of people. हम लोग लोगों की जान के साथ खेल रहे हैं, लेमन लैंग्वेज में बोलूँ तो। जब भी आप पेट्रोलियम प्लांट में या पेट्रोकेमिकल प्लांट में अगर आप रहते हो, देखो आप काफी सारे लोग इसमें से काफी यंग होंगे जिसका एक ड्रीम भी होगा कि भाई कल को हम पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स में या रिफाइनरी में काम करेंगे। मैं डरा नहीं रहा हूं आप लोगों को, ऐसा मत सोचना कि चलो इसने तो ऐसा बोल दिया था तो अभी अपन सोचते हैं कि जाएंगे कि नहीं जाएंगे। लेकिन जब भी आप रिफाइनरी या पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स में जाओगे, उसका मतलब है आप एक बॉम्ब के सराउंड हो, राइट। आप बॉम्ब के अराउंड घूम रहे हो, तो पर्टिकुलर आपको हर बार वो ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा कि क्या कुछ सब सेफ्टी से चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है। तो इट मीन्स कि जो भी कुछ चीजें हैं वो हमारी लाइफ के साथ हम लोग खेल रहे हैं, राइट। एंड अदर देन दैट, इफ एनीथिंग एक्सीडेंट और से सम इवेंट्स इज हैपन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल भोपाल ट्रेजेडी, राइट। सो चल भोपाल में जो हुआ काफी सारे लोग मर गए, लेकिन उसके अलावा जो बहुत ही चीज हुई वो थी कि एक पूरा आपका इकोनॉमिक बैलेंस बिगड़ जाता है, ठीक है। वो कंपनी थी यूनियन कार्बाइड, राइट, जो कि डाव ने खरीदी। द कंपनी, व्हाट आई वाज टेलिंग दैट, what I was telling, that why safety is important, because we are dealing with lives of people, right? So whatever the happened in Bhopal tragedy, Bhopal gas tragedy, what incident was took place in Bhopal, and so many people died there. But apart from that, the company in that Bhopal was Union Carbide, right? At that time, it was very much reputed company. Whatever the Reliance is today, Union Carbide was that at that time, it was that much very reputed company. And only because of this incident, entire company has to shut down, right? And its reputation was like whenever Dow is another company, Dow, when Dow bought Union Carbide, even there were attrition against Dow also, that why Dow is purchasing or say buying this Union Carbide. राइट सो दैट मच इम्पैक्ट इज गोइंग ऑन पर एक कंपनी रातों रात बंद हो जाती है, उसकी इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन क्या होगी, उसके एम्प्लॉयज की हालत क्या होगी, आप समझ सकते हो। तो लोगों की जान के अलावा उसके साथ एक अलग जो फैक्टर जुड़ा हुआ है होता है इकोनॉमी, राइट। सो इस चीजों के लिए पूरा एक अगर आपका एक काफी करोड़ों का एक कॉम्प्लेक्स है, देयर इज लाइक करोड्स ऑफ रुपीज आर इन्वेस्टेड इन द प्लांट एंड इफ समथिंग हैपन इन प्लांट, से फायर इज हैपन इन प्लांट, राइट। सो एंटायर कॉम्प्लेक्स विल if there is accident in the entire complex, you are losing your money. So one is life, another is money, right? So due to these aspects, we are so much emphasizing on safety, correct? Okay, and now what should be done to keep safe environment? Okay, now this question you so many of you can answer, like what should be done to keep safe environment? Please quickly drop your answer in chat box. What should be done to keep safe environment? फटाफट से आंसर दीजिए, जो भी एक दो चीजें जो भी आपको पता हो। चैट बॉक्स बंद हो गया है कि कोई लिख ही नहीं रहा है, चलिए फटाफट। या पुट टूल्स इन करेक्ट प्लेस, और बोलिए, चलिए फटाफट, काफी इजी क्वेश्चन है। What should be done to keep safe environment? देखिए ऐसा करोगे तो मजा नहीं आएगा, राइट। ये आपका कोई रैंडम कोई कॉलेज का अपना लेक्चर नहीं है। आप फ्राइडे की शाम को, ठीक है, आप 6-6:30 बजे अगर आप कुछ सीखने के लिए अपना टाइम इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, तो आई विल अर्ज यू टू पुट योर रिस्पॉन्स, राइट। बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली इतने से आप लोग लाइव, कल को सैटरडे काफी लोगों की छुट्टी भी होगी, ठीक है, तो आप अच्छे से अपना टाइम कहीं और जगह पे आप एंजॉय कर सकते थे, कुछ भी कर सकते। पूरा दिन आप थक के आए होंगे, फिर भी आप अभी पढ़ने बैठे हो, कुछ सीखने के लिए बैठे हो, तो प्लीज इंटरएक्टिव रखिए, सेशन को इंटरएक्टिव रखिए। यस, यूज टैग आउट एंड लॉग आउट, करेक्ट। टाइम टू टाइम मेंटेनेंस, करेक्ट। Study MSDS carefully, correct?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption, sir, but I request you to please continue the session in English only because some international students are also attending our lecture.
Yeah, sure, no issue. Because responses were not coming, so I thought like whether the people are understanding or not, right?
Yes,
so if
right.
right now we are approx 56 people, 56 plus people are here, right? And so if I think all should understand what we are doing here. That's why. Okay, no issue. I will continue everything in English, right? Okay, use latest technology somewhere or the, like say from conventional technology also we can keep safety, but yeah, still we will consider that this option might be can be used to move towards the safe environment, that is use talented latest technology. Talented labor. Talented labor is also like say near answer. We can't say that because if say he or she is talented, he won't be that much into labor, right? So so we can't say that talented labor, but we should say skilled labor. Skilled labor should be correct word, right? Rather than talented, skilled labor should be correct word. Treatment plan to reduce harmful tendency of byproduct. Okay. Harmful tendency. Okay, so we can put it in that way that we should check over our byproducts also, right? How we are dumping them, whether we are storing it or we are dumping it. If we are dumping in open environment, what are the hazards associated with? If we are dumping it in say some natural resources, that is say river, or in like in earth dumping, right? So if it is safe or not, we should check that also. Correct. Arrange sessions to aware people working. Correct. So let me just tell you that in some refineries, and at least I can talk about the Nayara Energy where I was working. So what practice they used to follow, that every first, that is first of every month, at 10 a.m. there will be this say half an hour or 45 minutes safety training used to going on, right? In entire complex at 10 a.m. there will be safety training will going on, and they used to discuss whatever happened in the previous month. Right. So let's suppose if we are in the March, if we are doing the session or in on first of the March, we will discuss the events what happened in February. Like if something is happened in another plant, like if I was working in FCCU, if something is happened in delayed coker unit, or if something is happened in sulfur recovery unit. So one person will come, okay, he or she already knowing everything whatever happened in the plant, because usually he or she comes from safety department, and they will try to acknowledge us, and they will share their knowledge regarding the events happened in the past month, right? So the point which is mentioned here, that arrange sessions to aware people working in company, that is right. Also, so many of thanks to all of you for giving your responses, and so many options are very correct. And we use time to time we used to do safety drills, or say fire drill, mock drills. There are so many drills are there in the industry. So this we should do to keep our environment safe. And also there is some say housekeeping, right? One first option was there to keep tools in their specific place. The housekeeping is very important. Housekeeping means cleaning of your environment. Like in industry for cleaning, we don't use the term cleaning, we use the term housekeeping. It means to keep everything in its place, and also to to keep the environment, or to keep the plant clean from any of the hazardous material, or say foreign material, right? So housekeeping is very much important. Okay. So this is just for your overview of petrochemical industry, and I have already discussed this, that from refinery or say FCCU plant, propylene will come, which is kind of low value product, and from that we will manufacture too many components like plastic, synthetic rubber, solvents, fertilizers, pharmaceutical additives, complexes, and adhesives. All these products are coming from PRU, or say propylene recovery unit, say and or say petrochemical unit, because not propylene recovery unit. From propylene recovery unit, propylene will come. From propylene we will manufacture these many products. ऐसा नहीं है कि propylene से ही ये सारे product बन, means it is not like from propylene only, because first propylene need to be converted in other derivatives also. Right. So from those derivatives, these products will come. But from mother of all the things will, or say mother of this petrochemical industry will be your propylene. Right. Okay. Okay. So why, my second question was that why safety is too much important. We have put these points here, that why safety should be our first motto, because lives matter. It affects future generation, environmental aspect, economical aspect. What, how many of you have seen Chernobyl web series on Hotstar? Quickly answer. How many of you have seen Chernobyl web series on Hotstar, or say downloaded from Telegram or something? How many of you have seen Chernobyl web series? None. Okay, one answer is there. So if not seen, I request you to see that web series. Being a chemical engineer, being a chemical engineer, petrochemical engineer, you guys must watch that web series. You will realize what is the like actual chemical industry, how hazards takes place, and what is the impact of that. In that web series, all these aspects are covered, right? That is lives matter, future generation, because in Chernobyl the atomic radiation was leaked, right? So due to that, even today the coming generation is like affected in some manner in due to their body parts or something with, and also the whoever was present at that time, they also died due to cancer after 30-40 years. Okay, and those impact those effects are also coming in their next generation also, right? And environmental aspects, a whole the town of Pripyat. Pripyat was the nearby town. जैसे भोपाल, the like in Union Carbide, Bhopal was the nearest town. In Chernobyl, this Pripyat was the nearby town. And that Pripyat is entirely like right now it is say a ghost house. Nothing is living there, right? So that is environmental aspect and economical aspect. In that also Chernobyl plant shut down, right? And even on a large scale, say designs of nuclear plants of Russia were questioned because only Russia was using that kind of technology in all of their atomic plant or say in nuclear plant, right? So that was also questioned. So that is the economical aspects on entire country was there. At that time, it was USSR, right? And so for entire of that region, and at the most there were at that time 9 to 15 nuclear plants were there, and in all the nuclear plants there was same technology. So this incident might have happened in other nuclear plants also, right? So that is the economic aspects of this incident. Correct. So that's why we should always emphasize on safety first. When I was in Nayara, if like it should be okay if work will not done. It is completely fine if work will postpone to next day, but you should never bypass your safety aspects, right? You should never bypass your safety aspects. Okay. You will see these types of safety mostly now we are very much near, or say we are only focusing on petroleum refinery and petrochemical complex and some of the chemical plants, right? So in those areas we will see some kind of these symbols, and we need to follow the types of safety that is there are general safety, then personal protective equipment, fire safety, electrical safety, safety at excavation work, confined space entry, manual handling safety, welding safety, vehicle safety, work at height, right? So you will see these types of you will see these type of symbols in whenever you go to the plant. Now, everybody, please focus that what I am imagining in my like in my mind, that all of these people are stepping your foot in the refinery or say in petrochemical complex, right? अगर किसी को इंग्लिश में समझ नहीं आए तो मैं अपने दिमाग में ये लेकर चल रहा हूँ कि आप में से सारे के सारे लोग आपका कदम पेट्रोकेमिकल कॉम्प्लेक्स में रख चुके हैं, तो उसके बाद नेक्स्ट आपको क्या करना है. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट आई कीपिंग इन माइंड एंड आई विल गो अकॉर्डिंगली. Like if it is your first day in your petrochemical plants, what you should do, right? What if it is your first day in petrochemical plant, what you should do, that I will going to discuss. Correct. So first of all, these are the, like if you see this kind of symbols, then it is the meaning of that. If the fire safety, electrical safety, the meaning of those symbols is that you need to be cautious, because if it is in first day or you are fresher in the chemical plant, you need to take care of this thing. You need to realize that what this symbol is telling to you. If you are not aware of that, you should ask your subordinates as well, or you should ask your colleagues and seniors, whoever you can. But if you are understanding, it is very good. If you are not understanding, you should always check for the meaning of this symbol, right? And now in this webinar, we will see this every topic one by one, right? So in general safety, assembly, there are some aspects involved in general safety because it is whether it is not associated with any chemical plant, right? Because if you are working in FCCU plant, if you are working in FCCU plant, the hazards are like the hazards associated with FCCU plant might be different than hazards associated with your utility plant, right? Hazards associated with FCCU plant might be different with hazards associated with utility plant or say power plant. But these general safety rules will remain same in every plant. Are you getting my point? Hazards associated with some particular plant might be different, but these general safety rules might will be always the same for all of the plants of the entire complex. Correct? So this is the list. We will see this list also in detail. I have just put that these many points are there. That assembly point, escape route, fire extinguisher, manual call point, safety shower, hazardous area, windsock, publicity, public announcement system, safety beacon, gas hydrocarbon flame detector, safety valve, and rupture discs. Right. Now, assembly point. You might have seen this symbol in even in say day-to-day life also nearby some hospitals or say near in big buildings also. But if you are working in industry, and what I told to you that what I am considering that you are putting your like you are fresher in the chemical petrochemical plant and it is your first day. On very first day when you are going to or say when you are going into the plant, very first step of yours should be to know or to check where the assembly point is. Right. Assembly point will be very an open place where so many people can together stand. Right. That will be that is your assembly point. If anything happens in the plant, if you are not capable to say to deal with that incident or say to deal with whatever happened in the plant, it is your duty to run out from the plant and to stand at this assembly point. Getting it? The importance of assembly point is it is risk-free area. It is risk-free area of your plant, and it is very open space. So whenever something is happened, if you are not aware that what is going on, okay, some siren is there is a sound of some siren and something is there. It is your first and foremost duty because why I am telling this? Because you are not liability of someone. ठीक है, आप किसी के ऊपर बोझ नहीं हो. In industry, you are not liability of someone. You need to take care of yourself because the people who are knowing that how to deal with that accident or say incident, they are involved in that matter. They are not going to take care of you, right? So you need to come out and should be gathered at this assembly point. Correct? So that is the importance of this assembly point. And whenever you are entering into the plant or industry on first day, or say on why it is important on first day, because if you have just gone and something has happened, what will you, right? So that's why it is important on very first step or say in one first day that you should check where is my assembly point or say where is the assembly point of this area. Correct? Okay. And if you guys like, we will organize the question answer session later also. So what I request you to, whatever your questions are, you just write somewhere in your notepad or something, and we will discuss all the questions, right? Now, escape route. This is also very important. Say plants are like almost half or 1 kilometer long. Your plants will be there. Like it is this route. On left side there are pumps and compressor. On right side there are pumps and compressor. And the straight that will be your route, right? So if you are working somewhere in the corner nearby some plant or compressor, then if something is happened, say some gas leak is there or say fire is occurred, Yeah, correct. We go to this point where there is any risk because this point is safely an open area. Correct. So that was the about assembly point. And this is the fire exit or say escape route. You can tell this, you can call this as escape route also. That whenever something is happen, even gas leak or fire, you need to come out from this route because this route is designed in a such a way that you will never you will not get any hurdle in between your route. रास्ते में कुछ आएगा नहीं, right? Your route will be very much free. You can freely run from this route. That's why it is known as exit, or that's why it is known as escape route. Okay, you are escaping from the plant. So you need to keep in mind where is your escape route, right? Because in plant or like employees are working from so many years, like 15, 20 years. They are that much capable that if there is like power cut or entirely blackout means there was not a single light sign of light in your plant, it will be totally blackout. But then also these experienced people are that much they have practiced that much of their steps, right? Their step at this 20th step this will come, that 15th step this will come, 25th step this will come, right? So on that step they are that much experienced that okay, my escape route is coming from this way. I am not telling that you need to cultivate this kind of like skill or this kind of say expertise, but you should know that where is your escape route. And now in plant, it is not that only one escape route will be there, right? Assembly point in plant might be 1, 2, or 3. And it is not of only your plant, it is collectively of 2, 3 plants. Right. So for assembly point, it might be say a 1 or 2, but escape route. There will be multiple escape routes in your plant. So you need to you need to check where are your escape routes, or where are your fire exits, where are your leak, this flammable gas or some gas leak escape routes. Right. So that's the thing. So all these things, whatever we are going to discuss in general safety, you need to do this on day 1 only, right? Let's suppose in general shift you went, it is your general shift and you went to plant at 9 a.m. So since 9 or 10 a.m. Till 5 p.m. you need to, on very first day only or on day 1 only, you need to check all these things. So what on the list right now, the assembly point, and another is fire exit, right? What third is coming? Fire extinguisher. Now, fire extinguishers we will discuss in detail during fire safety also. I have kept a separate topic for fire safety, but you need to see how many how many types of fire extinguishers are there, and when to use it, right? There is water, foam spray, BC powder, carbon dioxide, and wet chemical. And in some colleges also they are giving trainings to students regarding this fire extinguisher. So if you are knowing how to operate this fire extinguisher, it is well and good. And if something is happen at day 1 of your entry in the plant, you can contribute in helping only if it is fire. Like if it is gas leak, you are not expert. But if it is fire, also if it is small fire, not that on some reactor is burning, right? No. If it is small fire, you can contribute, and if only you are present around it, you can contribute to extinguish that fire. But you need to keep in mind that what cylinder you should use. Now in this slide, there is like, I can't say it is mistake, and this is from some guidelines only. But if you see, can anybody spot? Say, can anybody spot contradiction with the fire extinguisher and the class of fire. Means where it is put right mark, like it is put right mark, but we should avoid to use that cylinder during that fire. Can anybody spot? Right now it is put right mark or say correct mark, green mark, but we should not use that extinguisher during that type of fire. Can anybody spot this? So it is not like what is good and which should be used often. That's why it is we have classified this. It depends on what is source of your fire, right? What is source of fire? If it is oil, then there will be some different fire extinguisher. If it is electrical cable, there will be some different fire extinguisher. So all are good because ultimately your aim is to extinguish fire only, right? So anyhow you do it, but how you do it, that is important, right? So all extinguishers are good. There is nothing like this is good and this is bad. So can anybody put? Should I put like I will give 500 Amazon pay, Amazon pay balance if you will answer this? Should I do like that? Okay, let me put this. The contradiction here is with electrical contact, right? That or say electric, the fire due to electric items, because when there is electrical fires, your cables are involved, right? Your cables are involved, and your cables and wires are involved. So it has put right here, but if I particularly talk about SR and Reliance, that is Nayara and Reliance, they will tell to avoid the use of ABC powder in this electrical contact, because if you are putting this powder extinguisher into the electrical cables or electrical wire, then it will be a headache. It will be a literally headache to clean that entire circuit or the entire wire. So only and only CO2 should be used during electrical fire, right? Powder should be avoided during electrical fires because it will be a headache for electrical people and instrumentation people. Because nowadays plants are on automation base, correct? So if even small fire is if even small fire is there, the amount or the number of cables, amount or number of cables which are burnt during that fire is very much in large number, and it will create almost 7 to 10 days to repair all that wire work and get back to the normal plant, right? In our nearby plant only, this distillation unit was there, crude distillation unit, CDU, first unit of all the refineries, right? So when the fire took place there, it was very small fire, but for instrumentation team, it took around 15 days to repair all the cables, to get all the controls on the DCS table, right? Distributed control system on DCS table. To get all the controls back, it took 15 days. So fire might be looking small to you, but it creates so much of problems inside the plant, right? So from this slide, whenever you are in the plant, please try to avoid powder extinguisher in your electrical fire, right? We will discuss entire scenario in our fire safety part also. But right now you just see this how the class of fire and the types of fire extinguisher, right? I see molding in class A can be used in all time. Wood, paper, and textiles. Yeah, almost all should be used. Carbon dioxide, why not? Because it's like even carbon dioxide is should be, if it is wood, even carbon dioxide should be okay. No problem with that. Now, manual call point. You must have seen this type of instruments even in hospitals or in big buildings also. This is known as manual call point. The moment you break the glass, you see the button there, right? In between two arrow, that is black button in below image and kind of a reddish button in just a second, guys, just a second. Just give me 30-40 seconds, right? I am coming back. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah. So we were discussing manual call point. So as I explained in that below image, the thing is between that arrow, the black button is there, and in above image or say upper image, there is reddish button. Now, it is pressed with this glass. The glass you are observing there, these buttons are pressed with this glass, okay? Whenever you will break this glass, this button will come out, okay? Whenever you will break the glass, this button will come out and it will send a signal to your fire department. The signal will directly go to the fire department, and it is like it is mandatory, or say the practice should be followed, and your fire department, say safety team and security department and ambulance, okay, they are that much should be that much skilled or expert that within 30 seconds, right, within 30 seconds they should be arrive at this point. Manual call point you will see at frequent distance in your plant, right? If you are in the plant, you will see this around almost around this should be in nearby to your escape route, correct? This should be nearby to your escape route. In your escape route, this might be along with your escape route, and whenever you are escaping, you might press this, or say you might break this glass, and you can check whether like what is happening, that how it should be say you can how you can send the signal to the fire department, correct? So like if you are seeing that the fire is there, or say some leak which you should avoid immediately, right? If there is some leak which you should which you should prevent immediately, you need to break this glass. So whenever you entered in the plant, whenever you have entered in the plant on your first day, you need to calculate, or you need to observe, right, how many these manual call points are there in your plant. It is your duty to see how many manual call points are there and at which places, right? Because I have told you what is the purpose of this manual call point. On breaking this glass within 30 seconds, which is very max, I am telling this is very max, within 30 seconds, ambulance, fire department, and safety officer, refinery shift manager, all will come to the site from where this signal was there, because your plant is very big. It is around, say, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 square feet. From which corner this signal was sent, this also this fire department will recognize. They will get that information, that because they have the list of all manual call points inside the plant. If I am working in FCCU, right? So there are somewhere around, say, 21 manual call points. So the 21 manual call points are distributed in entire the plant. But from which corner this MCP or manual call point was the glass was broken, that signal also will go to the fire department. And fire department will come to that point only, because it should be not like, yes, you have pressed the manual call point, the fire department has entered. Now they are searching for you guys to tell them that where is the fire, right? So that's why these manual call points are that much important, because it will show the even place to fire department. Yes, okay, from this at this place the fire was correct. So it is your duty to check on on day one only, that how many manual call points are there and at which place, right? And it's safety shower. You guys might have seen this. The safety shower are also like, like in all the plants, almost 3 to 4 safety shower you will see at different places. It depends on in how many area your plant is divided, right? If you are going to deploy it in some plant, it is not like entire plant's responsibility is yours. You will be given some particular area of the plant. FCCU normally divided into 4 areas, like, so only 1 or 2 people will be dedicated for particular area. So depending upon the areas, this many safety showers you will see inside those plants. So on day one, whenever you will go to the plant, it is recommended to check where are your safety showers, right? Because if something is happened, you are like some chemicals sprinkled on you, on your body, right? Immediately you have to come here. If something is went in your eyes, right? Your body is contaminated with something. Immediately you need to come to this safety shower. There are 2 ways, or say two sources from where water will come. One is, you can see the triangle string, right? If you pull that triangle stream, the water will come from your top, that will be your shower. And if something is gone, if something has went your eyes, to remove something from your eye or say from face, there is some, say, cup size is there, and 2 small showers are there. And for that, some lever is given below. You can operate that and you can wash your eyes and face as well. Correct? Now, these safety showers should be known to you, as well as known to these laborers and workers also, because you guys are like, and you guys will be engineers. So you are not going to do the cleaning work, or say cutting of pipeline, welding. You guys are not going to do. So the contractors and workers will going to do this job, right? So the maximum use of the safety shower will be for them. So it is your duty whenever we will see the work permit and all. At that time, I will tell you that how you should give some information regarding the safety items in plants to your workers also. Right. So this safety shower is important for us, but it is more important for workers and laborers, right? Because they are going to be more of in this contaminant zone or say contaminant area rather than us or say compared to us. That's why it is more important for them to know where are these safety showers and how to use it. Also, in say in every week or I used to do it on daily basis, but on every week we should check whether these safety shower are working or not, water is coming or not. Because sometimes if you are not using it, it is not your like every time you are going to use it. So it might be choke up, right? So on a daily basis, it should be checked. Daily or weekly basis, it should be checked whether water is coming in or not. Otherwise, something has happened. If you are going and if it is choke up, water is coming, water is not coming, and there is no use of this safety shower, right? So you need to check this safety shower on if you will ask to me, I will recommend on daily purpose or say on daily basis. On daily basis, you should check whether water is coming or not. Correct? Okay. Now, there are some hazardous areas like H2S prone zone. What are those four areas of safety shower? Four areas uh, uh, where it is mentioned, right? Four areas. Ocha, okay. Four areas means it depends on your how many areas your plant is divided, right? FCCU usually divided in four areas, but if it is sulfur recovery, it is divided in two areas only. So you can install only two safety shower also for two areas, right? So it is not about safety shower, it is about plant. Your plant is very big. It's almost like say half of your campus. The plant will be that much big. It will not, it won't like that only one safety shower is there. Okay, so you need to check that how many people are working inside your plant. And if something has happened, how many of people can use safety shower at once and how it will be easy to access, how nearby it is. It is not like I am working in southmost area and I have to come for safety shower in northmost area, right? So what my idea was telling regarding area that there should be sufficient number of safety showers should be there in your plant, right? Sufficient number of safety showers should be there in your plant if your plant is that much big, correct? So you will see some hazardous area in your plant. That is, it will be marked. It will be marked with color strips. That is, if it is H2S prone area or hydrocarbon prone area or firefighting system area. Like for H2S prone area, normally they use blue and yellow strip. It will be in cross blue and yellow strip. It will be painted on your floor that in this area there might be a chances of H2S leak, right? It is like no H2S will be no H2S leaking is there, but the fluid or the chemicals going into the vessels in that area, okay, that will contain H2S and there might be a chances of leaking H2S in that area. That's why it is known as H2S prone area. H2S may or may not leak. Okay, there are just chances, but in this area it is chances, right? You will not see this painting in your assembly point, correct? Because assembly point is the safest part of your plant. So inside the plant, not on whole plant, right? Inside the plant, in some parts only, you will see some painting of blue and yellow strips. And the meaning of that, will be that this is H2S prone area. If painting is black and yellow, if painting is black and yellow, the meaning is hydrocarbon prone area, right? If painting is black and yellow, it is hydrocarbon prone area. And if painting is red and yellow, if painting is red and yellow, the area will be your firefighting system area. Firefighting system we will see during fire safety, right? So these are some indication, and also I have put some labels that 480 volt, that is related to your electrical. Then biohazard, some there should be indications of radiations also whenever there is yes, we are coming to H2S. H2S is very dangerous, and in the end of today's lecture, I think we will reach to that H2S part. Okay. So these many symbols we will also see. These are usually these symbols are usually used to indicate the hazardous area, right? And so that you should keep in mind. And why firefighting system is also, like we should not consider that as hazardous area, but in firefighting system also, the water which is running inside the pipe, usually it will be at 10 kg per cm square gauge, right? It will be around 10 kg per cm square gauge, which is high pressure. So that high pressure water should not come on your body, right? Because you must have seen some say whenever these protests are happening, a police used to spray the water, like spray the water on the public. So because this is that water has kind of high pressure, and in firefighting system also there will be a pressure of around 10 kg per cm square. So you should use it wisely. It is not like, okay, yeah, it is firefighting system, okay, let's play with it. No, you should use it wisely, because high pressure in any part of the plant, high pressure is very dangerous for you, or say anybody, for anybody. High pressure is dangerous for anybody. So you should not take a risk with firefighting system also, right? Next is wind shock. Like safety shower, there will be around 3 or 4 wind shock in your plant, and it will be in your nearby plant also, because ultimately these wind shock are going to be at the upper part only, in top part only. If any of absorption or distillation column, which has very like say which is very high in height in your plant, or say in your area or in nearby area, if there is a tallest tower or say very much tall tower, so that you can see, the wind shock will be installed there, so that so many people can see, right? So wind shock, like in your plant, it will be around 2 or 3, and you can see, it is not like wind shock should be observed from your plant only. You can see wind shock in another plants also. If, the idea is to see that wind direction, right? Like in which direction this wind is going. We will see what is the importance of this wind direction, right? And why we should check over this wind shock also. Sometimes this, because in constant say sun during summer, rainy season and winter season, the cloth of this wind shock might be deteriorated. So you need to check time to time the quality of these wind shocks as well. Every time this wind shock should be very much okay in your plant, because it will show you the wind direction, as well as it is kind of some calculations are there. You can check the wind speed as well, like it is 10 km per hour, 15 km per hour, whatever is. but you can check the wind speed as well, approximately, not perfectly, but approximately you can check wind speed as well as the direction of wind speed. And it is very important for you to know this when there will be a chemical leak or say fire. If there is fire or some chemical leak, right now someone has has posted regarding H2S. When there is H2S leak, at those times, this windshock might save your life, right? So that's why you need to see that where are your windshock, and you should check whenever some accidents or incidents happen. You need very first you need to check what is your wind direction, right? Then is public announcement system. This public announcement system is more of a like telephone, okay, and also a speaker, announcement speaker, right? So on around so when you need to check in your plant where this public announcement system is there, because refinery people usually put what's the main benefit of the main benefit is about wind direction, because if I say let me just give you some glimpse. Whenever there is H2S leak or some flammable gas leak or some fire is there, you should never run opposite you should never run in opposite direction of that source. If gas leak is behind, I should not run in forward direction. I need to see the wind direction, and I will always run in the cross wind direction. If my flammable leak is from there, if wind direction is from behind to forward, right? If wind direction is from behind to forward, and if gas leak is also from behind to forward, the direction in which I will run will be in this. That is crosswind direction, right? So whenever something leak or fire is happened, you need to see the wind direction from this windshock. You are not, because your plant is surrounded with so many equipments, you won't be able to check the wind direction. So easiest access to check the wind direction is your windshock. And you can easily see from your plant also and from the windshock of another plant also, because all these windshocks are at very much height. So you can easily see that, yeah, okay, the wind direction is in this side, and you need to run in the crosswind direction, always crosswind direction, right? Not in opposite direction, correct? So that's the main benefit of this windshock. Hope I am clear, and if not, we will take it in detail during our Q&A session. Okay, then it is public announcement system. Public announcement system is like more of a is announcement system, and also you can make a call from here also, right? So, usually from safety department or say from main department, there are some there might be some instruction will be given to the plant, right? So it is not like say microphone, they are not going to use the microphone. So at that time they will publish or say they announce the message on this public announce system. Why it is important for you as a fresher to know the where the public announce system and public announcement systems are there? Because say if you are stuck in some situation, right, in some area fire is going on, right? So very first, if MCP is broken somewhere and all that, immediately refinery will put announcement in this public announcement system, right? But what I told that you can call from this system also. So if you are stuck somewhere, right, you can use this public announcement system to make a call that I am stuck here, right? And people will come to help you, to rescue you, correct? So it is the use of this public announcement system. The message will send to you via say from refinery or say control room. The right word is control room. Control room can send you the message, but also you can also send your message to control room. If something is happened, you are stuck. Say anybody is say dizziness, or say some heart issue or something is happened, right? Headache or something is happened, right? And he can't walk properly, and it is not in your capacity to bring him or her out. At that time, you can use this public announcement system that this some person is here and he need medical assistance, or there is a medical emergency at this point. Please come to help us, right? So this is the use of public announcement system. And like this windsock and safety shower, this public announcement system will be also around 2 or 3, because all these things are costly, not safety shower and windsock, but this public announcement system is quite costly, right? So in plant, around 2 or 3 numbers of public announcement system will be there. Okay. Then it's your safety beacon. Okay. So whenever these all are linked with your MCP, correct, and from control room also, and with detectors also. We will see the detector. So different lights are there for the safety beacon. You need to spot your safety beacons in your plant as well whenever you are entering in your plant. Okay. On day 1 only, you need to check where are my safety beacons. Okay, because they are indicating, if it is red light, it will be a sign of fire. Fire is inside your plant. If it is yellow, the flammable gas has leaked somewhere in your plant. And if it is blue, it is toxic gas. Toxic gas means H2S. H2S is toxic gas. Flammable gas means your LPG, propylene, acetylene. Those are your flammable gas, right? So if it is red, it will be fire. If it is yellow, it will be flammable gas. And it is blue, it will be toxic gas, right? So these all are linked with your detectors. As I told that detectors we will see in a few minutes. So whenever these say a detector will detect some gas, uh, according to the type, that it is flammable or toxic, this beacon will start to blink. This beacon will start to blink, and also there will be a sound of siren, right? The beacon will start to blink, as well as there will be a sound of siren. So very first, if you are working in some plant, obviously in 99.9% cases, you are going to listen the siren sound first, right? You are going to, there is already LEDs are fit and it is connected with your electrical system, right? In beacon, there are LED lights and it is connected with your electrical system. So these beacons are, as you are, like you might have seen the lights on the minister's van or police van. So this is the working of these lights will be same. So this beacons is like some box will be there. On that entire box, these 3 lights will be there, and it is connected to your electrical system, right? And the entire that electrical system and all will be connected to your detectors also. So if you are pressing MCP, so and say if there are some flame detectors also, we will see, right? So the right now the answer of your question is that there LED lights are inside this this beacon, and it will lit up, right? And so whenever you are working in your plant, 99.9% cases, you are going to listen first the sound of siren, right? After that, you will come and see that what exactly has happened, right? Because beacon is not going to say that, okay, there is a flammable gas leak or fire or say toxic gas release. It will show you light, and along with that siren sound. So due to siren sound, why I was telling that you need to know that where your beacons are, because siren sound is coming. and you are checking, okay, where is, that should not happen. If siren sound is coming and please note that these beacons are of your plant only, right? If something is happen in your plant only, this beacon will lit up. In some another plant something has happened, you can just and you see the beacon, you can report to control system that in this plant I am seeing this beacon is going on. But if siren and all you are seeing this and that beacon is related to that plant only. There is nothing has happened in your plant until the light of your plant's beacon is not lit up, right? If beacon of another plant is blinking, it means something has happened in that plant. If light of beacon of my plant is blinking, something has happened in my plant, right? So whenever siren sound, immediately my side, because I should remember that where is my beacon, and immediately my eyes should go to that direction, that where is my beacon, and I need to spot within 5 to 10 seconds that what has happened, why this siren sound. Is it because of fire, it is because of flammable gas, or is it because toxic gas? You need to figure out this thing in 5 or 10 seconds, right? We will see entire scenario also. I will tell you that if something has happened, what will be your next step, what will be your next step, what will be your next step, right? But very first, whenever the siren sound comes, you need to find out, or you need to very first check within 5 to 10 seconds where is your beacon. And how this will come, because if you already know that where is your beacon, then only you can spot this. And within that time span, you need to check that what has happened. Correct? Then that what I was talking about, that detector, that is gas, hydrocarbon and flame detectors. Usually your gas detectors will check for, because H2S is more hazardous. Usually we install the detectors for H2S separately. Along with that, there will be hydrocarbon detectors, there will be flame detector. The last two are the flame detectors. Blue one is your hydrocarbon detector, yellow is your H2S detector. And these three in the bottom are the detectors for personal use. Right, above 4 will be installed in your plant. It will be in fixed position, right? The bottom 4 will be in your hand, or will be say you might have some tucked to your body. But these 4 are for personal use. These 3 at bottom are for personal use. Above 4 will be installed in your plant. Now, let's suppose this H2S and there will be some limit which will be set inside your this detector. We will see what should be the limit of each hazardous gas or poisonous gas. I have put that slide also. So we will see that what should be the limit. But let's suppose there is an over limit of H2S in your that particular area, and this toxic gas release, this detector has detected that the H2S has gone beyond the limit. It will immediately send signal to beacon. Now you might have understand, right? If in this blue detector, which is for flammable gas, right? If, or say for hydrocarbon, if it is go beyond some limits, there is always some limit set inside the detector. If it is gone beyond the limit, this will send signal to beacon. This flame detector will detect your fire. If fire is spotted or detected by this flame detector, immediately signal will go to your beacon, right? And according to the this detector, the respective beacon will lit up, or respective beacon will blink. Siren will be in all the cases, but with respect to, or say depending upon the this detector, your light of beacon will blink. right? And these 3 meters, the bottom 3 meter, which are for your personal use, you need to, if you are working in sulfur recovery unit. Sulfur recovery unit is the most prone to H2S in entire refinery complex or say petrochemical complex. Sulfur recovery unit is the most prone to H2S gas, right? So each and every employee of sulfur recovery unit should have this H2S detector, the in yellow one, first yellow one in the bottom part, right? And there will be some limit set in that detector also if the limit is going beyond, because the above detector, which are static one, you are not going to they are not going to give H2S leak in every part of the plant. But if this say portable detector which is with you, you can keep with yourself, right? And along with that, you will see that, okay, if you are going in the another part, if there is H2S, you can spot that, right? In the same way, the one with 4 buttons, that is second and third, they are multi-detectors, right? They can detect multiple gases at the same time, oxygen, nitrogen. If it is H2S, it will be detected. The multi-detector has capacity to detect each and every, not say each and every gas, but the machine, the gases which are functioned in them or say installed in them. If it is used for CO2, H2S, nitrogen, and oxygen, usually these things are there in the multi-gas detector, right? We will see the more use of this multi-gas detector during confined space entry, right? When the confined space entry will come, we will see the what is the use of this multi-gas detector, right? But in say these detectors, you will see you need to spot, and it is your duty also to check the where are your detectors, right? And alignment purpose. For which kind of alignment and bend? I am not I am not able to get your question. You just type out. I am just moving on. You just type out. Okay. So these are the short forms or your exposure limits to your uh, exposure limits of your say toxic gases or say flammable gases. You will see the short form like this, that is PEL, TLV, REL, TWL, STEL, C, and IDL. Most important are three. That is threshold limit value, short-term exposure limit, that is TEL, and last, which is IDLH, right? Threshold limit value, short-term exposure limit, and IDLH. These three things are very much important. We will see how, okay? But this short form will be, say, displayed in your plants as well. The PEL of H2S is this, TLV of H2S this, STEL of H2S is this, right? IDLH of H2S is this, in that. Now, this you need to keep in your mind always. Deadly poisons. If you are watching on your mobile, you can keep the screenshot of this slide as well, right? And it is available on Google as well. I have take it from Google only. I have taken it from Google only. So explosive range, that is you on the left box you are seeing explosive range, that is lower and upper limit, that is LEL and UEL. Okay. Now NOAIT, that is auto ignition temperature. LEL means lower explosive limit. UEL means upper explosive limit, right? So lower explosive limit means if your H2S is around 4.5%, okay, and above, and between and say 45 and upper limit is 45.5 to 5%. So your fire will take place in this range only. Beyond 4.5%, H2S is very low, that it cannot cause the fire. And above 45.5%, H2S is too much, that it cannot cause fire. So your fire will always take place whenever H2S concentration is between 4.5% to 45.5%. Right. In petrochemical plant. In petrochemical plant, you need to check about acetylene. Can anybody tell me which is the most flammable gas in entire list? Which is the most flammable gas in the entire list? Fatafat. Quickly give the answer because we are almost on time. Correct. Rocky is telling acetylene. Anybody else? And try to put reason in just 2-3 words. Why acetylene? Quickly, please quickly. I have explained you about the H2S, LEL and UEL, right? Now, if answer is acetylene, please give me the reason. If another other gas you think, please give me the reason. Quickly, please be quick. Which gas is the most flammable gas inside, or say which fuel is the most flammable in entire list? Rocky, can you give the reason? You have told acetylene. Can you give the reason? Correct. Because the LE and UEL range is high. The broader the range, the most flammable it will be. The shorter the range, the less flammable it will be. Right. So if your acetylene is 2.5% to 80%, means that in that much range it can cause fire. Correct. So your acetylene is the most flammable in this list, and you need to take care of that. Your these acetylene measurements and these indicators, detectors are always in working position, right? And so that was the point of this. Also, on right side, the values are given as TLV, STEL, and IDLH, right? So TLV means threshold limit value. Threshold limit value. What is the threshold limit value of H2S? That is 10 ppmv, right? So with this 10 ppm of H2S, you can work for minimum 8 hours. The permissible limit with this TLV values is 8 hours. You can't work more than 8 hours. It can create problem to your health, right? You can't work for more than 8 hours. It can create problem to your health. So whatever the values given in TLV, with this value you can work for maximum 8 hours only, not minimum. Sorry for that. Maximum 8 hours only. The STEL, right? Short-term exposure limit. STEL, these values you need to immediately go out. Within 15 or 20 minutes, you need to evacuate the area if you detect these values. STEL values, short-term exposure limit. Within 10 to 15 minutes, you need to immediately evacuate the area. And IDLH has no option. Please never go to IDLH. IDLH means immediate death. Right? If this much concentration is inhaled, by you, you will be dead on spot. You will be dead on spot. Right? So in beginning, I was telling that we are surrounded by bomb. So we are surrounded by these poisons also. Getting it? We are surrounded by these poisons also when you are working in petrochemical plants, but not to worry. Usually all the plants are very safe, and you will see that there are all the measures all the plants take to keep ourselves and all the other people safe from these gases, right? Only thing is you need to keep in mind these safety measures. If you are going to bypass this measure, there might be a chances of incident, accident or some events. But if you will keep these safety aspects in your mind, it will be good for you. Correct. Another is the safety valve and rupture discs, right? You will see, I will just give me five, we will continue up to 8:10 or 8:15 if it is okay for all you. If it is okay for all of you, right? We will take it up to India time 8:10 or 8:15, right? We are at the end of day one, right? And we are almost on time. So safety valve is usually for the safety of your equipment. If your equipment is highly pressurized, right? So to keep the safety of the equipment, and these safety valves are installed, as well as the rupture disc are installed. Rupture disc means it's one time use, right? If your rupture disc is burst, you need to replace it only. But if your safety valve pop up, this will be like repaired as well. Rupture disc, you need to replace only whenever it gets burst. And usually in pressure vessels or in pressure equipments, right? As a plan one, plan A, as a plan A, usually rupture discs are installed, right? And safety, this your safety valves are always as a plan B. So for primary safety or say preliminary safety, your rupture discs are there. If rupture disc is busted and if pressure has come to like come down, then there will be no use of there will be no requirement of this safety valve. But if rupture disc has burst, but still your pressure is increasing, at that time this safety valve will give you the protection, right? So rupture disc will use only once. Safety valve can be used for so much long. Now, quickly, can anybody tell me why there are two safety valves in this picture? Why there are two safety valves? Be quick. Be quick. Why there are two safety valves? Vaidik, you.
So you are mute, please unmute yourself. Hello?
Someone muted. Someone else muted me.
No, no, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yeah. That's the correct answer, because if one get malfunction, the other used to regulate and control. Correct. In plant, so many equipments you will see, even in pump, compressors, right? And this PSV, you will see multiple in digit of two, right? Always keep one operating and one in standby, right? So if one fails, you will there will be a help of another one. So in safety valves also, if one is fails, another will be in use. Or say if one is in maintenance, right? If one is in maintenance, another safety valve will be used, right? Another thing, in every safety valve there will be bypass given whenever you are taking this safety valve for maintenance, right? Because you sometimes you need to open that bypass as well. But in normal running operation, you should always check that your bypass should be shut off, right? In normal operation, you should always check here your bypass should be shut off of your safety valve. Otherwise, there is no use of safety. If bypass is open, there is no use of safety valve because anything which is causing pressure will come through that bypass and it will eventually create the pressure. So the use of this safety valve is when your bypass is shut off. Correct? So you need to check whenever you are taking ground in plant whether the bypass of your safety valve is shut off or not. You need to check, right? If it is open, contact with your plant member why it is open, right? But your bypass of safety valve should be always shut off. That was the idea. Then that is PPEs. I will not go much into detail of PPE because you all are knowing this, right? PPEs, because whenever you are going into the plant, you should in Reliance and some refineries, they are providing this overall, that is full body cover. Even if you are engineer and even if you are contractor, you need to wear this full body harness only, right? A full body overall coat only. But if like in some refineries, like in IOCL, in Nayara or say SR, there is uniform, full sleeve t-shirt or shirt and pant, full pant. But the idea is your entire body should be covered. Whether it is t-shirt, pant, shirt, pant, your body should be covered, right? And the cloth of that uniform should be spark proof. You might have seen that if I will remove this jacket, there are chances of static electricity, generation of static electricity. When I will remove this jacket, spark will generate due to static electricity. That should not happen in your plant, right? So your cloth should be spark proof and also shock proof. If it touch to some electricity, say electric wire or something, the current won't pass through your clothes. Current won't pass through your clothes. So the minimum requirement to work in the petrochemical complex or petroleum refinery is that your uniform or your cloth, what you are wearing, should be shock proof and this static electricity proof. Correct? Other things are helmet, eye protection, face mask, vest. Vest usually wear contractors. For engineers, vest won't be there. Hand protection, safety boots. In normal day-to-day operation, safety boots, hand protection, mask, eye protection and helmets are required. Vest is not required. And this overall in Nayara, they used to give this overall during shutdown only. In IOCL also, if you are entering into the reactor, they will tell to wear this overall. Otherwise, there is no need to wear overall, right? Here some stats are given that like 84% of head injuries, 84% of head injuries are due to not wearing helmet. 50% of eye injuries due to not wearing the glasses or say shield. 99% of injuries should have avoided if they have used this headphone. Only 25% people use this hand gloves and 25% of employees use this safety shoes. So these are minimum requirements. You can't bypass these PPEs. Okay, so whenever you are going into the plant, always wear your PPE, always keep your PPE with you, right? Because this MCP, extinguisher, all detectors, all these are secondary. First of all, for your personal safety, PPEs are mandatory, right? Okay. So this was that was the day one for all of us, and from tomorrow we will continue with another topic. And if we are now open for question and answer, and I have one short 2 or 3 minutes video to show you, but I won't compel all of you to stay here because already we are over time. So those who has time and can watch, I can show, and that's why first of all we can open Q&A session. Then only we will go for this video watching. So
Hello.
please share your
Sir,
question.
yes, sir. So we can do one thing. We can start the video tomorrow. Now, I would like to open our session for the question and answer and discussion. So the audience, if you are having any question, then please drop it into chat box.
Why should not industry sign an agreement with employees that you have to use safety equipment while they are in operation? It won't like say agreement, but so there are usually guidance only, and agreement in terms of that, yeah, it can be done. That like I don't know, you might aware about this. If road accident also happens nowadays, insurance companies are not passing your claim if you are not wearing a helmet. If you are riding on two-wheeler and if you are not wearing a helmet, your insurance claim will not pass, right? Your health insurance, or say if some like if uh, by hard luck someone has died, so in that case, if helmet is not found, the insurance, life insurance or health insurance claim won't pass. So industries can put this clause that if something has happened to you, and if you are not occupied with your PPEs, right? If you have not wear your PPEs, your company insurance won't be passed. In that case, there will be awareness in people to use the PPEs all the time. So it's a good point. Anything, anyone else? Technology, you can just design sometime a watch or maybe. It will be too much, say, harsh on them, and no doubt technology is evolving, but it will like around, say, Reliance has almost in thousands of employees. On how many you are going to install this system, who are going to bear the cost of this system, and also no technology as accurate as humans, right? Ultimately, you need to take care of it. So the maintenance cost and all these are, even if we think hypothetically that we are installing this, the maintenance cost, this procuring cost, all will be too much headache as well as too much costly. So whatever your idea, that is very good, but for it might be for small scale industries, but for industries like IOCL, Reliance, SR, won't be much difficult. Are these there gas masks available at emergency? Yes, yes, there are gas masks available. That is known as self-contained breathing apparatus. Self-contained breathing apparatus. That's what I was telling about this video. That is 4-minute video only. So if you guys want to see, and her, please allow so that we can watch that video. It's just 4 minutes.
Yes,
It's not a
sir. No
long video.
issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
no issue in that. If people are ready, then no issue in that, sir.
yeah,
Please
yeah.
carry on.
Yeah, so this emergency, these gas masks are available also. You need to wear it during confined space entry, as well as if there is some gas leak or something, you can wear this. But it's a separate procedure for this self-contained breathing apparatus. Otherwise, the whatever the mask we have used during this COVID, that is white mask N95, usually people wear those masks only, right? But the emergency equipment and all, there is not like emergency equipment, but in equipment entry and all that, you need to wear that self-contained breathing apparatus. We will see that during our confined space entry permit. What is the next step after blue light starts blinking due to the H2S has crossed the limit, and how would we inspect that gas meters? Correct. So after the blue light start blinking, right? You need to inform on control panel, DCS control panel, that the blue lights is blinking. So control panel has access to these detectors, that from which detector the signal has gone to your this beacon, right? So the person who is on control panel, he or she will tell you that in this area detector has detected the H2S, and then you need to take steps in related to that area, right? I like it will be take some time to explain this, because it's a series of steps we need to take. First evacuate, and then all these things are there, and we have slide for that also, that for fire as well as for whenever you encounter with this some incident. But if you are on say day one, or if you are fresher, you just go to assembly point, right? Whenever you see this H2S blinking or something, it is for experienced people only to stay inside the plant. Otherwise, for the people who are freshers or say 6 months experience or something, they just need to go out of the plant or say assembly point. कैन यू एप्लीकेशन डेवलप करे तो? हाँ, एप्लीकेशन अभी आईटी वाले को बिठाया क्या आपने? आइडिया आपका अच्छा है रॉकी, लेकिन क्या है कि वो थोड़ा लाइक से उसमें बहुत कुछ वो है क्या बोलते हैं, इन्वेस्टमेंट काफ़ी ज़्यादा उसमें हो जाएगा. देयर विल बी टू मच इन्वेस्टमेंट इन दैट. एंड जो आप वो समझिए ना कि जो लोग सिंपल ये पीपीज अगर नहीं पहनते हैं, तो वो जो आपका सिस्टम इंस्टॉल्ड होगा तो उसके साथ भी कुछ ना कुछ जुगाड़ कर ही लेंगे, राइट? So what your idea is correct, but to implementation is quite well. Even in foreign, they have not developed this culture, right? What you can do at the max is you can put CCTV cameras, right? You can put CCTV cameras and you can observe from that. That should be the best way to keep, whether, because if you have if you can watch through CCTV camera, you can immediately spot that, and from control panel only you can ask that whoever is there is not wearing PPE or something, right? And we will see the use of these PPEs as a mandatory during permit system also, that if safety person is coming at your side and if hot work is going on, how you need to execute everything, right? Share your first day of experience in petrochemical plant. I think I will share, but not today. We are already over the time. How would we inspect the gas meter, sir? Inspection of gas meter in the sense that portable detector, or the meter which is installed in the plant. Nijamuddin Syed. Because usually inspection is part of instrumentation side, right? You just need to know how to use that meter. So there are a small pump on the that detector. Yeah, so those installed in plant, inspection will be done by instrumentation person, but there are small pump inside those detectors. So it will continuously say taking air from the atmosphere, like pumps are running. Or so whenever these say flammable gas or something has come, it will take that, analyze what is the concentration, and it will show you the concentration on the panel or say on the detector. And if it is over limit, it will start blinking, or say it will start blinking and send signal to the beacon. And this inspection, it will be done by instrumentation person. Instrumentation person will check it. He or she will calibrate this meter, that if you have set the 10 ppm of that TLV inside that detector, So whether it is perfectly working on 10 ppm or not. Sometimes it might be happen that it blink faulty also. If you will go into the plant, you will see this also, that sometimes detectors are showing signal faulty signal. They are sending faulty signal. Even if it is 1 ppm, they are sending signal. It means there is problem inside your detector, right? You are if it is 1 ppm and it is sending the signal, you will bring another meter, that is portable meter, nearby that area. You will check. If it is only 1 ppm, this thing will the next thing you will do is that you will call to instrumentation person that this detector is showing faulty alarm, or say it's sending faulty signals. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you. Any more questions? Yeah, Nijamuddin, thank you. Okay, I am considering that there are no further questions, and if you have, you can share tomorrow as well. Or Hers, what we can do is you can circulate a kind of Word file or form as well, so that in that they can just put their question, or say just share that Google Sheet or something, Excel file or say. So in that just they can share question. If something is pending, I can put answer in those as well, right?
Sure, sir. We'll plan this.
Yeah,
No issue there.
yeah.
So, sir, since we are not getting any question, so we are at the conclusion of our today's session. So, on behalf of IADC PDU student chapter, I would like to thank Mr. Sagar Patel for his valuable time. And I also thank to all participants for joining the webinar. So, the session is completely officially over for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just a second, just a second. If like people are there, that 4 minute video which I wanted to show, because tomorrow and day after tomorrow there is a content. So I think we should, because we have covered this much thing, it is related to that only. That's why I wanted to show that. And like if people are ready, we should do that also. It will take 4 minutes only. Question on that we will take tomorrow.
Yes, sir. It's open for the people. If you are agree, then please write yes in the chat box. Yeah, if we get 2 or 3 yes, then we'll
Yeah.
definitely continue. Yes, sir. So we should continue. So please carry on, sir.
Yeah, okay. So it's just a small video. It's a 4 minute only. Can you see the video?
Sir, actually the video is visible, but the audio is not coming. So do one thing, sir. Stop sharing.
Okay.
Then share again. There you will find one option, the share with audio. You
Okay.
give the permission to that option, then the audio will also come.
Okay. Okay. Just a second.
Am I audible, sir? Hello?
Yeah, yeah, audible.
Okay, sir.
Computer. Now sound is coming, right?
Yes, sir, it is coming.
Yeah. Okay. This is the SCBA, which I was talking about, self-contained breathing apparatus, right? Or say cartridge mask. This is the portable detector. That is windsock, you can see. So that was it. If something is there on this, like on regarding this video, we can watch this. If like some doubts are there with this, we can solve it later. And if you want to watch it again, it is also available on YouTube also. And say. Nijamuddin, I think we will take this question tomorrow because already we are over the time, and I will definitely answer your question. Yeah. So Harsh, yeah, it is like we should now end for today.